Hi everyone and welcome along. I have been sent another brand new set of watercolours from MAB Watercolours. Melina, who makes these, is a real specialist in metallic or pearlescent or neon style watercolours, and she's done another really beautiful set called the Pastel Series, and I'm going to try them out today because I thought Easter is such a lovely time for pastel colours, isn't it? It's spring, things are starting to show, but also I thought these might make the most beautiful little metallic mini eggs, and that's an excuse for me to buy a pack of mini eggs. So we're going to test these colours out, and then, as always, with Melina's very generous offering with our channel, you can get 10% off using the code DEWIN10. Clever, you see what we've done there. Just check the episode notes out below for the exact spelling of that, and head to MAB Watercolour Etsy shop and get yourself a set. But let's see what these are like with a little mini egg tutorial. So as always, they come in a sweet little tin, and the metallic tin works really well with a magnet that's on the bottom of each pan, which means you can pop them in there and they won't slide around. So each colour has a name. This is True Gold, and what I've done is I gave them a little spritz with some water about a minute ago, and now I'm just going to mix them up. And I mean, that's a really gorgeous, lovely sort of fine, very fine glittery gold. And if I just clean my brush off, we can just blend it down and see that it is a beautiful little metallic watercolour. Then we've got copper, which is quite a pink tone, and I just think this would be really lovely as a mini egg. Can you tell I'm excited about Easter? I always say I think Easter is, for me, it's better than Christmas because the weather's really nice and you get to do all the fun things you do at Christmas, but you can do it outside in the spring. And we were gardening over the weekend, and my goodness, it's exciting to see things shooting up. Right, this is bronze, all the plants just coming out, and we've had such a sunny few weeks that the growth is really taking us by surprise. I planted some radish seeds just a few days ago, and already they're rocketing up through the soil. So all of these metallic colours, now this is champagne gold, they all, I mean, I find with all metallic watercolours, you start by painting them on, and the thing you're looking for is how sort of creamy and thick you can get that colour, sort of how opaque it can go, because some really don't do well. Whereas the reason I keep coming back to, I sometimes call them MAB, I sometimes call them MAB watercolours, but you know what I mean. I keep coming back to these because they make both a really great opaque colour as well as being fantastic for sort of glazes over the top. This is Ecru, a much sort of cooler gold. Oh, that's nice. Clean that brush off. It's always good to swatch your colours before you start painting with them. And then lastly, Lavender. Ooh, nice. A very nice little spring colour. Now the other thing that I'm interested in is what happens if we mix these into some of my regular colours. So that is what I'm going to try next. I'm going to try Imperial Purple. So I'll get a bit mixed up here. And I am going to put in some Lavender metallic here. So I think I need to try and keep, a general sort of cohesion with these colours. So putting a purple into the lavender seems like a good idea. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that's really nice. I've got 2 jars of water and 2 brushes just to, in an attempt to minimise too much glitter going everywhere. That's very pretty. And I think the other thing is you really need to see these once they've dried to really see how well this works. I think copper, I might try, I really want to try some Opera Rose because I love the idea of a fun metallic pink. So we'll take some copper. Bother, I've already cross-contaminated the brushes. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe that works. It looks quite heavy in the palette, but once it goes on the paper, that's rather lovely. Okay, so what should we try next? Let's try, do you know what? I want to try buff titanium. And maybe we'll try it with champagne gold. Gosh, it's interesting. The champagne gold looks really like purpley next to it. I mean, buff titanium is such a neutral creamy colour, but it is, yeah, it's having, oh no, I've done it, that's why I've done it under the bronze. Oh well. And then we're going to try one more. I'm really interested in maybe a bluey greeny colour, so I've got my aqua green here. And I think the Ecru. Ooh, look at this. That is great fun. So these are lovely extra sort of glittery metallic bases that you could add to your regular watercolours to get a really gorgeous little bit of metallic shine. And if I'm just sort of holding that up to the light, just seeing what I get. Yeah, we're going to need to wait for that to dry fully, but I can already see a really lovely little bit of sparkle coming through. I really wanted to try green gold with the Ecru as well. So anyway, they've pretty much dried and I can see that they are sparkling really, really gorgeously. So let's do a little mini egg artwork. So I've just got a little round pot to draw around to make a circular wreath, and the great thing is it doesn't need to be perfectly round because we're just using it as our guide. And I am going to paint some mini eggs. I think mini eggs are a universal thing. Essentially, we're painting some miniature speckled eggs, and they just so happen to be my favourite Easter sweet. So I'm going to sort of build on the theme of using these pastel watercolours, and I'm going to just paint a nice sort of outline, make it a bit rounder. There we go. And I'm going to clean my brush off, and I'm going to take some of the green gold and I'm going to blend that, because I quite like the idea of these mini eggs being a bit colour blended. And then we can do some where we just use the watercolour on its own. My size 2 brush feels that maybe it might be a bit big, so I'm going to go down to size 0, or a 2/10 even. Let's go for a 2/10. So the great thing is, if you've got an egg like that and you're like, that looks rubbish, just take a smaller brush and you can just round it off really nicely. And I just love how that colour is looking. So I've got my Opera Rose here, which I had some copper in. So you can see, like, if you're just working with wet watercolour, you can keep on sort of working on the egg shape until you're happy with it. And then I think I'm going to take some Pyrrole Orange and work a little bit of that in there as well. I think this is working really nicely. Let's do another colour blend egg. So I've got my Opera Rose with the copper. I'll just use a bit of water to get the shape going. And then maybe I'll go for some of the purple. So they blend really nicely. And what we're going to do once they're dry is we're going to put some speckles on them as well. I've got some lemon yellow, which I mixed in with a little bit of true gold, this one here. You can see that there. And let's do, I think it'd be nice to do one that is just a pure metallic egg. So that's the great thing, you start off with a shape that looks like a weird potato, and then you can just start to work into it and just tweak it a little bit with some water. This is all looking really pretty, and the next test is, can I rub out pencil quite happily? And yeah, the answer is yes, I can. That's really cool. I'm always asked about, can you rub out pencil once you've painted over it? And basically the answer is that you can, but you need to have drawn your pencil faintly in the first place, and the painting over the top, if it's a heavy painting, then you can't see the pencil anyway, so you don't have the problem of rubbing it out. And if you've painted lightly, you should be able to get down to the pencil to remove it. Now it's interesting, the one egg that I painted with just the metallics, it's taken up quite a bit of the metallic, but if you've got it mixed in with a colour, the metallic stays there just fine. Now this feels like a good moment to introduce some real mini eggs, just so we can see what we're trying to achieve here. See those lovely speckles on the egg? Gosh, I can hear the woodpecker outside, it's so cool. So this is what I want to try and paint on these eggs now. But I am not necessarily just going to stick to brown. I quite like the idea of taking these paints and just testing them out one step further and trying the speckles in the metallics as well. So essentially with the speckles, you can see, I mean, I know these aren't real eggs, they're mini eggs, but there's a combination of some slightly soft blended bits and some harder bits. So what I like to do is paint on some speckles, then clean off my brush, and then sort of here or there, you could just soften them a little bit, and then always add a few extra little bits. and we could do metallics on some and then just our regular flat colours on others. I find that it's quite a challenge sometimes to be random with these, but I find it's always easier to start around the base of the egg. And then you start to get a feel for it. And then it always feels like the speckles towards the top are going to be smaller. But that's just me. So I think it's a real game changer putting the speckles on the eggs. And I'm going to put just the pure metallic pastels on this one, and that works nicely. So just using the wet brush as well. I think they look lovely. I think Easter's such a great time to get crafting, isn't it? Whether you're doing it for yourself or for friends and family, it's very satisfying, and it's nice. You're celebrating the season. And of course, you know, Easter's real meaning as well with the eggs is also very symbolic. It's a fun way to just pause and be mindful of why we're celebrating. And yeah, I think it's really cool. So these little pastel paints, pastels in name, but you know, metallic in nature, and I think they're a really fantastic addition to a springtime watercolour crafting session. I've ended up doing all of this with my 2/10 brush, and the 2/10 brush, which is a very useful brush and is going to be particularly useful for our floral alphabet series, which is coming up in May. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you'll find a video on the channel just from Tuesday where I'm telling you all about this very exciting new paint along project where you can paint along with me and paint a letter from the alphabet and a flower. Is that one going to work? That's maybe a little bit too close in colour. I'll get a bit of brown. Yeah, you get an alphabet template with the letter outlined, so you don't have to worry about drawing it, and then you can paint along with me throughout May and June to fill it up with beautiful flower paintings, miniature flowers, just like we've all been painting together on social media. And if you're a patron or a YouTube channel member, you'll be getting you'll have been enjoying the longer form versions of those social media flower tutorials. Gosh, there's a lot going on this channel. But yeah, you can find all the details about the floral alphabet in the episode notes below. But here we have our lovely little pastel mini egg Easter wreath. So if you fancy adding these to your collection, just head to the Mab Watercolour Etsy page, link in the episode notes. Use the code DEWIN10 for 10% off, and yeah, brighten up your watercolours. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!